This right here is the brand new project from singer songwriter Duendita. The album is called Existential Thottie. Now, before I dive into the album, I do want to mention I've talked about this in the past how I am terrible when it comes to slang and just being up to date on what people are saying or how they're saying it, the correct way to do it. I'm always late to the game. It's actually kind of comical. My entire life, I'm just not up to date. And by the time I want to use particular words, everyone else has collectively moved on, and I'm a weirdo for still trying to say it. Now, the title of this record reminded me of this one interaction I had with this guy once where we're at the bar and the guy was like, "Man, that girl's a thought." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean? That girl, she's a thought." And I'm like, "A thought in your head? Like, that girl, she's quite the thought on my mind." And he's like, "No, she's a thought. Thot. That hoe over there." And I'm like, "What? Oh, well, that's just rude." so so yeah, I've always been quite the nerd when it comes to those kind of things. But I do want to mention that the title of this record, being Existential Thotty, is perfect. I feel like that describes this record to a T because to me, this album is a very honest, open, intimate portrayal of a young woman trying to live her life, trying to enjoy her life. Possibly she might make a few mistakes here and there, but it's fine because she's learning from them, she's growing from them, and even if she's not learning from them, can't the girl just live? Now, Duendita was actually on my radar first last year with her project A Strong Desire to Survive, which I thought was pretty cool. It was this really abstract R&B record with some impressive vocals, and she carries that vibe for the most part onto this album, this being a combination of alt pop, alternative R&B, psychedelic neo soul, and I think this record is actually quite beautiful in a lot of different ways. And the thing about this record that I find really charming is the DIY qualities to this album. This feels like somebody in their bedroom alone pressing record and just doing what comes to mind, and you're kind of with them during the process of putting these harmonies and all these little intricacies put together to try and make it make sense into one cohesive project, and it all works. I just really like the fact how every track on here kind of feels like this little peek or snapshot into the daily life of Duendita. Like every track is like, I met a guy today, or it could be somebody is pissing me off today, or I'm having a rough day because I'm on my period. Something like that. But it's just pretty matter of fact. It's not difficult to parse through. You can relate very easily to what Duendita is going through or what she's trying to describe to you. It's almost like you're having a conversation with a friend. And I just find all that to be really appealing. And also, this record is very short. It's 12 tracks and it's only 18 minutes long. But this record is a really great example of less being more because this record is so short. I actually listened to it many times from beginning to end, just on a loop. And I found myself just finding more and more enjoyment and more charm on this record after each and every single listen. I find this record to be a real treat. Really enjoyed this. And I'm also very much looking forward to seeing how this artist evolves and what they have in store for the future. This is someone to be excited about. I like this quite a bit. 9 sticks of butter. Peace, love, butter.